The 6-month Atlantic hurricane season has been described as the mean season. It's no wonder.
It did make landfall, movement westerly away from the peninsula at 5 miles per hour, sustained winds 75 miles per hour, gusts to 90, but those hurricane force winds extend outward only about 25 miles to 7 p.m. yesterday.
The Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale measures the intensity of hurricanes from a Category 1, the least intense, to a Category 5, the most severe. According to the National Hurricane Center, a Category 4 storm would be expected to cause 100 times the damage of a Category 1 hurricane. Each year, from June 1st to November 30th, Floridians are urged to have a plan and be ready for the annual hurricane season.
While we haven't had a severe storm in years, it's only a matter of time before one strikes again. More than 2 million people have moved to Florida since the last hurricanes hit in 2005.
By preparing together, we will not reroute the course of storms, but we may rewrite how we get through them. The one-time director of the National Hurricane Center put it this way: preparation through education is less costly than learning through tragedy. Here are some steps you can take to help be better prepared for storm season. Make sure FPL has your current phone number and email so it can be quickly matched to your FPL account. You can update your account information online at fpl.com. Make contact with your local emergency management office if you or someone in your home has special needs in case there's an evacuation. Stock up on supplies such as non-perishable food, enough for 14 days, including medicine, baby products, and pet food. Also, fill up containers with tap or filtered water, or purchase bottled water to have on hand. The American Red Cross recommends 1 gallon of water per person per day. You should have enough for 14 days. Check your emergency equipment, including flashlights, battery-operated radios, and emergency generators. Remember to buy extra batteries as well. Now is the time to check your hurricane shutter system, or make sure you have alternate coverings like plywood that you can use to properly shutter windows and doors. Finally, trim trees that are not near power lines and clear away the debris. Once a hurricane warning is announced, trash pickup is suspended. All of these steps should be part of storm season preparation and done well in advance of any storm warning. If a storm strike is imminent, FPL activates its comprehensive storm plan. Since 2006, we've invested more than $2 billion to strengthen our electric system to provide you with electricity you can count on in good weather and bad. While our electric system is better prepared to withstand the storms that come our way, high winds and flooding will cause damage, so we train year-round to restore power safely and as quickly as possible. 72 hours before a hurricane or major tropical system hits our service area, a scene such as this is carried out inside FPL's command center. Built to withstand a Category 5 hurricane, the command center is equipped with the latest technology to help predict what impact the storm will have to our customers and the energy grid. The command center also serves as the nerve center for any restoration effort needed. In addition, our mobile command center streamlines the restoration process for our customers by allowing us to be closer to damaged areas and provide immediate on-scene information to our field crews and first responders. Crews are positioned, possible staging sites are validated, material is pre-positioned, and if needed, outside utilities are lined up to assist us and damage projections are made. It's also during this time that many FPL workers, including leaders from virtually every FPL department, leave their families and work around the clock to deal with the storm threat. In fact, FPL assigns storm riders who ride out the storm at power plants, critical substations, customer care centers, and other key facilities. We're also taking steps to keep your lights on and keep our communities safe by partnering with the Florida National Guard to better plan for and respond to a hurricane or severe event. As the storm winds begin to hit, our crews remain in the field working. But once sustained winds reach 35 miles an hour, it becomes too dangerous for them to work. So like the rest of us, they're forced to wait it out. Once the storm has passed, our crews assess damage with the help of new technology. Field workers are armed with mobile devices, including a new mobile app to help them assess damage and enter information instantly. 10 years ago, this was a time-consuming process done with pen and paper. Today, restoration activity that was previously recorded manually is entered into smartphones and tablets, resulting in a more efficient and accurate process. FPL is also exploring the use of unmanned aircraft systems that could survey overhead power line damage and amphibious robots that could provide access to unsafe, flooded areas. Since we're in this together, what about you? What should you be doing as the storm hits? 72 hours before a hurricane or major tropical system hits your neighborhood, what should you be doing? The bottom line, since no one can pinpoint and predict with absolute certainty the path and power of a storm, we must be prepared. Here are some electrical-related tips as a storm nears. If someone in your home is dependent on electric-powered, life-sustaining medical equipment, review your family emergency plan for backup power or make arrangements to relocate. Before lowering a TV antenna or satellite dish, make sure to turn off and unplug the TV and avoid power lines. Turn off all swimming pool pumps and filters and wrap them in waterproof materials. Turn your refrigerator and freezer to their coldest settings ahead of time to keep food fresh if you experience a power outage. Turn off and unplug any unnecessary electrical equipment, including sensitive electronics. Of course, you should already have your disaster supply kit prepared with non-perishable food, 1 gallon of water per person per day, medicines, any prescription drugs, baby supplies, pet supplies, battery-powered radio, flashlight, and batteries. In addition, this would be the time to fuel your vehicles, and you might want to locate important documents you may need after the storm passes. Put them in a waterproof bag or container so they'll remain protected if your home is damaged by water, or package them to take with you in the event of an evacuation. If you're in an evacuation zone, make sure you know the route and have everything you need if an evacuation order is made. Once the storm is passed and you begin to assess the damage, we're going to do the same thing and a whole lot more.
FPL's restoration plan is based on a few guiding principles. It's a plan that isn't random and doesn't play favorites, and it focuses on restoring power safely and as quickly as possible to the most critical functions first, then to the most people in the shortest amount of time.
That's why as soon as conditions safely permit us to act, we start by repairing damage to power lines that carry electricity from our plants to the local substations, which are called transmission lines. At the same time, we fix main power lines that will restore power to critical facilities such as hospitals, 911 centers, and fire stations. The process also helps restore power to the hearts of our communities, main thoroughfares where traffic signals, supermarkets, gas stations, and other facilities serve basic needs and help get life back to normal. FPL simultaneously moves into neighborhoods and works to restore service to the largest amount of customers in the shortest amount of time. Finally, once the larger repairs have been made, we work to restore smaller groups, converging on the hardest hit areas until every customer's power is restored. There are a few things to remember. The restoration work just described is happening simultaneously. The crews that fix smaller distribution lines are not waiting for the power plant to be fixed before they start working. Work is being performed